Hi guys, Ariana Chisoto here, Victoria Real Estate Agent. Today we have a very special guest, Holly. She's going to be talking to us about all things mortgages. Welcome back to Market Facts Friday. So Holly, a question that we get all the time is where do we start as a first-time home buyer?
That's a great question. So your first step is you're going to come to me to get pre-approved. That way you can go shopping with confidence and you can know what you're looking for when you find it. Second of all, you want to have decent credit. So you want to have credit from multiple sources. So that's like a loan, credit card, phone bill, and you want to show that you've paid that in a timely manner. You also want to have your down payment, and that's 5% of the purchase price. Lastly, you want to look at your income, and you want to make sure that you can afford those monthly mortgage payments.
Thank you for that. I think that's going to be really helpful for a lot of our buyers. Secondly, so what's something that you'd look for in a mortgage application?
Yeah, so we're looking at 4 major things. First of all, we're looking at your income. The lender wants to see that you can afford the mortgage payments like we mentioned before. We're also looking at that credit, and you want to show that credit score over at least a year. We also want to look at that down payment. So the lender wants to see that you've had that down payment in your bank account for 90 days. And lastly, the lender wants to approve the specific property itself. So when you get fully approved, they're taking a look at that property.
Awesome, I think that answers a lot of people's questions. So another thing we get a lot is a lot of people like to use banks because they've been working with their banks for a long time. So why would they go with a mortgage broker over their bank?
First of all, it comes at no charge. So working with a mortgage broker, I will shop your mortgage around to multiple lenders and we'll find you the best fit, and then that lender will pay me a commission. And this way I can also give you independent advice. Second, I have access to multiple lenders, and so I have lots of options to choose from, whereas the bank is only selling their product. And lastly, I'm accessible, so you can phone, text, or email me, and I will try to get back to you faster than the banks.
That's amazing, because I feel like a lot of people have a hard time getting hold of banks on weekends, so the fact that you're available to them, I think that could really mitigate a lot of anxiety for people.
Totally, and I prefer texting even because I'll get it right away and I'll get right back to you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So do you have any last tips for our viewers for mortgage application?
I do. I have my favorite fun fact, and that is that your mortgage features are just as important as the rate. So there's really low rates right now, but what you really have to pay attention to are those different features in your mortgage so you can avoid potential future penalties.
Thank you so much for coming on today and sharing a lot of amazing tips with us. I think that's going to answer a lot of questions for our buyers and help them out throughout the process.
Thank you so much for having me on.
If you have any more questions for myself or Holly, please feel free to reach out to us at any point. We've linked our information below here. We're always here to help, and we're always on your team.